Ashton TV joined by manager Steve Cunningham after the 1-0 victory at Hurts Cross against Leek Town. Steve, a win on the board, back at home, we couldn't ask for more.
Yeah, it's been a good day. If you think, not to keep harping on, I probably won't mention it again after this one, but after the 7-1 against Mac, it was quite a bad time for us. It was embarrassing, and the lads obviously had seen my interview, and I've said a few things since, but the response I've had from them players with a draw at Hyde, who was sitting in the playoffs at the time, an away win at Stockton, who was sitting second at the time, and then a home win against Leek, who are obviously fighting a bit of a relegation at the moment, where they're sitting in the league. So a draw and 2 wins tells me all I need to know about this group of players and what they mean to me and what I mean to them. So it's been a great week because we've been able to freshen it up, like I said I was going to do as well, and introduce some new faces. It's gone down well in the group. There was a real sort of bite in training as well, a bit of competitiveness, and that's what you want. But when you come to a home game where we've struggled for form really in terms of just results, there's been some good performances at home, but we've been undone by some poor results, like Malapov last minute kick, Blythe last 5 minutes and they scored. So it's good to just, I think, put on a real strong performance at home. I thought the football was really controlled, and it was nice to put a win on the board in front of the home fans.
You mentioned it, there are 3 new faces into the squad this afternoon. Obviously Callum and Sean getting on, Sean starting, Callum coming off the bench. Just extra depth.
Yeah, it does, and if you look at it, I mean, obviously we were missing Sean Newton today through suspension. We were missing Sam Baird due to injury, so I've lost 2 centre halves who are rocks. They've played every game. You're asking a young 18-year-old kid to come in Sean Hogan, and what an absolute unbelievable debut. We wanted a clean sheet, and he was a massive part in that clean sheet today. So I want to thank Liam Watson and Annie Taylor at Bolton, who have managed to sort this out for us, because they've done a great job in the work and getting the 2 players signed on in time as well. So obviously we have Trev Bryan, who, again, what an outstanding shift he put in, and again we'll talk about that in a minute. But for Sean to come in and play the way he did, Liam said to me, you won't go wrong with him because he's a bit of a throwback, and he reminds me of Sam Baird. No airs and graces. He's not a typical academy centre half. My son was one, and they like try and play football, but he just loved. You could see it. He won the very first header after about 2 minutes, and I just think it set him up for the game. So, yeah, great to have the strength in depth with Sean and then Cal. You could see, like, at the end of the game, where we might have been struggling previously, we had legs in there. Cal was doing doggies there, and it allowed us to get back in numbers. So I'm pleased for him. And then you've got Remy, who didn't even get on, but he is going to be a player for us. There's no doubt about it. Remy Effenberg, I think he's going to be a star over the next 12, 24 months for the football club, as long as we're all here. So it was good to have that strength in depth. But I think credit to the lads who have also played. Burke, who was outstanding today. I thought he was outstanding. Dan Cowan playing left of the 2, talking the young lad through it. I thought Darius Asai was brilliant. But one player I will mention today, because I've given him a little bit of stick of late, and I've left him on the bench for the last 2 games, and he started today, but I thought Nathan Lowe was quality today. I thought he ran the game. His delivery on set pieces, his passing, he looked a little bit tiny at the end, but he was still chasing things down seconds, and that's the sort of Nathan Lowe that we want, and we need him to play like that every game, because if he does play like that, there's not many better midfielders, even in the league above. So really pleased for Nathan, because he had a tough time with me of late, because I expect more from him, and he knows that. But fair play to him today, because I thought he was outstanding.
And Guiseley back here at Hurts Cross, like buses, you wait 5 weeks for an home game, you've got 2 in a week, but Guiseley obviously making the way up the league with their games in hand. They don't come easy, do they, in the Northern Premier League?
No, I mean, if you think, apart from League Day, each game that we're playing at the minute is a team in the top 5, and I think someone made a comment not long ago that we haven't beat many in the top half, but we don't get beat by many of them either. So I think it'll be a great game to have here. We're going into it full of confidence. We're going into it with Sean Newton being back available. I've had great news as well, hearing that Sam Baird isn't going to be 5 weeks away, could be back next week. So I just think that's brilliant. And I just feel like with Guiseley, we didn't go to guys in the FA Cup and really show what we're about. And I think, Tuesday I won't be messing around with a team. I will be picking a full-strength team, as we always do, if we can, in the league. And it'll be good, because if we win that game, we can go second in the league. And I just think that's a massive statement, considering the season we're having. I think it's brilliant. And I think it'll shut a few people up as well. So I'm looking forward to Tuesday. It's a big game. Guys are in form. Marbach was doing a great job. They've done well in the cups and they've had another great win today. So they're going into the game confident and on a high. But it's going to be a tough game. But if you want to be in them playoff positions, you've got to take points off those teams. And I'm confident if we can play like we did today and a little bit more, then I can see it being a very good game against two good teams.